Welcome back to Just Scrap Radio on BJPenn.com. I'm your host, Cole Shelton. Episode 210 is live ahead of UFC Qatar. Just one interview this week. Some scheduling and time stuff didn't work out to get some other ones. So hopefully we get them post-fight. But we're joined by Volkan Oezdemir to preview his fight against Alonzo Menifield. This fight's right before the co-main event for a reason. This is a very fun fight. Both high-level strikers, dangerous strikers. Volkan just thinks he's a bit better on the feet than Alonzo. He hasn't been too impressed with them, but he knows obviously the power's there. But Volkan thinks a big highlight reel win gets him into that top five. And in that title picture mix, he thinks a lot of fans want to see him fight Alex Pereira, fight these strikers near the top. So he's really looking forward to this fight. And he kind of talked about who are some guys he wants to fight before his career is up. But be sure to share the show, subscribe, and tune in always to BJ Penn's YouTube and BJPenn.com for all our fight night coverage.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, we're joined by UFC light heavyweight Volkan Oezdemir, who's back and actually on November 22nd. Volkan, how's it going, man?
It's going very well, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing well. Like, obviously, it's been a bit since we saw you. Like, been a year, basically a year to the date. What the time you fight this one? Like, what kind of was the reason for the layoff here?
I've been a bit busy after my fights. I actually moved back to Switzerland. I went. I bought an apartment here because my wife got pregnant, so we moved back close to the family a little bit. When I was in Switzerland, I also opened a new gym, so my own place. So it's been a lot of stuff I had to focus on, and I didn't want to go back to fighting too quick. Because obviously, if you focus on too many things at the same time, you don't do anything 100%. And the baby was like a big priority for me. And after the gym, and now everything's finished, I'm clear to focus on fighting again.
So was this the Qatar card kind of something you circled then as a possible return for you then?
Yeah, the Qatar card is definitely something I've been looking on. I like when UFC is going into new places. It's very good to have a new public also, new possibility and stuff like this. So I had a blast in Riyadh last year. It was the first time the UFC was in Saudi Arabia, and I can't wait to also be back in a new place to put on a great performance like I did last time too.
And your opponent, Alonzo Menifield, like how familiar were you with him?
Yeah, I've seen him fight long time ago, already. Like he's been in the game for a long time. He's been at the gates of the top 15 for a long time, but he never really pushed through it. Now he want to test himself against me. It's not a smart idea, but I will I will tell him. I will gladly tell him where he must stay. That.
Did you have an opponent in mind that you thought you'd maybe get, or did you not really care who you were going to be fighting?
Yeah, I was really hoping to get a fight against Blachowicz. It's something that needs to be done, for the European fans, for the people around me and everybody else. I think that's very good. A good fight, a very exciting one as well. But like the UFC decided differently. Now they book him against Bogdan, and after had no opponent for me, then I took on Alonzo Menifield.
You said you moved back to Switzerland, so like what gym are you training at, and like who are you kind of working with for this camp?
Now I opened my own gym, and I'm still training in my old gym as well. Okay. And I brought my people from Sweden, the people from All Star, so always the same training partners. They're with me right now in Switzerland training. Obviously, I'm actually moving in 2 days back to Sweden, and I'm going to be finishing the camp over there. So I've been also flying to Sweden, now back to Switzerland, and Sweden again to finish up the camp.
Obviously, it's been over a year since you fought. Like, do you just kind of expect to be a completely different version of yourself? Like, that's a long time to like work on things and get a lot better.
Yeah, of course. Like every time you have some time for you can actually just enjoy the training as well, learn new techniques. You don't have all the rush of the physical preparation. The cardio has to be done. You're being tired because you're pushing yourself. You have more time also to enjoy and learn. So it's actually very good for you to just be a new version of yourself.
Alonzo has been a pretty durable guy. Like obviously a lot of power. Like he wrestles sometimes. Like how do you kind of see this one playing out?
Yeah, it's obviously like a power puncher. Um, I think he's a little bit slow. He's powerful, but yeah, it's I don't think he's something somewhat more special than anybody else. He's a good opponent, definitely good for me. I think this fight is going to play in my favor.
Do you expect him to try to wrestle you pretty early? It seems like that's what happens when people feel your power right away.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has like the same game plan. I think against me, it's like they really want to make me tired or something, because they're scared of the power, or like maybe they don't think about it, and once they feel it, then they switch the game plan very fast. So it's actually always the same for me, and some people gotta play it smart a little bit. I think Alfonso is not really like um, um, too too much with the different game plan. Is gonna be a little bit my fight, for the fight is gonna happen where I decide. I believe so.
And for you, like, do you? I know you've had some layoffs before, so do you not like worry about ring rust or that time off at all? Because you've had like year-long layoffs and came back and looked like better than ever.
Yeah, I did this. I think last year the same. After Paris, my next fight was also like almost 11 months or so, like in between something if I remember. And I looked better than ever. It was a great fight. So for me, I don't really think like that, because it's also like when you put yourself too much, there is also injuries coming and stuff like that. So also with the layoff, you also have time to grow, you have time to get strong, to feel very good until the fight camp is coming. So it's it depends, like the where you stay at and all the injury you get. It's always different.
Where do you think a win here like does you in the division? Like it kind of seems like Alberg would be next for Pereira. Then after that, it's kind of wide open at the top of the division.
Yeah, I think Ulberg is probably the next guy in line. The smart to play, I think, for the UFC. And after that, I swear, I'm scared Pereira is gonna try to find a different opponent, different weight class. Like something to. I think he has a few fights left, but I think he want to really make a big fight, and I don't believe there is like big names or big, yeah, something that makes it big in the same division. So I think you're gonna have to find a different opponent or something in a different weight class to make something very special.
How do you think Alberg will do against him? UFC fought Alberg pretty like it was a close fight. Like how do you think he would do against Pereira?
Yeah, I think obviously Ulberg is gonna move a lot, um, stay off his power punches, and just play it safe like he always does. I don't think he's the kind of guy that takes risk. So yeah, I don't know. He's gonna definitely try to play it safe. If we see the same Pereira that he did last time against Nkalaev, I don't think Pereira is gonna really care about the movement. He's gonna walk forward and throw his bombs. So I think it can be a easy fight for Pereira, or if he moved too well, get the timing. It can be also. It's very hard to predict. This fight, because with the great footwork he has, then it can be totally opposite also.
Uh, you mentioned the Jan fight as one you just kind of want because of Europe. Is that like really the only guy, or is there other guys you want to fight just before
No,
your career's up and their career
like,
is up?
of course, Jamal Hill is somebody I really want to fight. Um, this guy, I've been wanting to fight him for a long time. I really want it. The UFC knows it. Um, but also a lot of people, man. It's like I was talking about different guy, like because now Bogdan is fighting Blakovic. Bogdan just beat Krylov. Krylov was, but this fight was my fight until stuff happened in the camp. I don't want to talk too much about it, but But yeah, this kind of fight like this, I have it in my stomach, So any fight I want to do.
Just two more things for you. I know you work a lot with Hamzat. Were you surprised, like, how dominant he looked against DDP? Like, I thought he's gonna win, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that
Yeah,
one-sided.
Ramzat is the kind of guy. Since the first day you met him, you knew he's going to be champion. So I was not surprised. This was like something logic for me. This guy he was destined. How you say destined? His future was to be champion.
Yeah.
That was his. It was predict. So I was not surprised.
He's talked about 205. Like, you're a big 205er. Do you think he'd be able to hang at 205? Like, that is a 20-pound difference, but it seems like his strength is just kind of next level. Like, it wouldn't really matter the weight.
Yeah, it's all about his chain wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get the dominant position, he's just one step ahead of you, especially with the speed and the tenacity he has, like the will to take you down. So once he's a step ahead of you, then he doesn't really use that much power. So it's a game of strategy as well. It's fighting. Of course. I think he has the skill to also be champion in that division.
Just final thing back to you. Like, what is kind of the goal for you going forward? Like, imagine you want to be a bit more active, like, as he had the pregnancy and whatnot this year. So, like, what is kind of the goal going forward?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is always the same. For me, it's to be a champion. For me, I need to get on a winning streak back. I need to 2 or 3 fights in a row, some impressive wins. I'm still in the top 10. It's everything can go very fast for me. You just need to get a good name under your belt, and your next fight can be a title shot. So definitely still working hard and still having that goal in mind.
Do you think the UFC is any closer to like going to Switzerland or back to Sweden or something? Because that would be cool, pretty cool for you to headline one of those cards.
That would be amazing. Yeah, definitely. Now we start having a few Swiss fighters. Robert Valentine is there. Angelouza was there. So we had that girl as well. So we still have some fighters for such a small country. So it's very good. We have a public as well. So hopefully it is something that can be brought on. Yeah, of course.
Well, Volkan, I appreciate the time. Thanks so much for doing this again. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, Cole.